What's up, hustlers? I hope you are having an amazing, amazing day. If you are here live, happy Monday. It's Bulletproof Monday, and when we go into this time of year, we move our times because I'm here in Scottsdale, and Arizona doesn't change their time, but lots of other places do. So if it's a new time for you and you're like, I'm missing it, it's cool. And don't forget, Bulletproof Monday is available on iTunes. It's for the Susan Slide Project. It's also available on YouTube. Anyway, I am so happy you are here. We're going to be talking about video marketing to build your brand, build your business. I'm also going to talk about hormones and how to use video to actually increase your brand loyalty and generate more sales and do all of that good stuff. So if you don't know me, my name is Susan Sly, and I am a digital marketing expert. I'm an entrepreneur, a tech investor, and a mom. And like a lot of you, I got kids at home. I got aging parents. I got life happening. And so with that, I just want to acknowledge you for being here. I do go in and read all of your comments after. I sometimes will see them as we're going, but it can get, like with so many people on, it can get super distracted, but I will go in after, I promise. It's actually me. It's not one of my staff that's doing it. I want to give some shouts out to Dennis Yu. My friend Dennis, firstly gave me this t-shirt, which is so sweet of him when he came for dinner the other night. But Dennis is hanging out with the King and Queen of Malaysia. He was invited for an audience with them. So shouts out to you, Dennis. And I'm actually going to be replacing Dennis. I am speaking this Friday in Toronto at a conference for an amazing piece of technology called CrowdRiff. And I'm going to be teaching Facebook advertising basics and advanced. But you guys are going to get a little preview of what I'm talking about at that conference. And you're here because you're a marketer, you've got dreams, you believe that entrepreneurship will help you create your freedom, you're doing a startup, you're fundraising, you're like, there's so much to do and you're wearing many hats. And this is your time once a week to just come, take a breath, learn some stuff, be around a bunch of people who are cheering you on and loving every minute of it. Just a quick announcement. If you're not on my list, go to www.susansly.com, get on my list. Once a month, I do free coaching, so you get to be coached by a self-made millionaire, by a mom. We cover marketing, we cover branding. Only people on the list get the invitation. It is very exclusive and it is very free. So if you're not on the list, go to susansly.com. If you aren't following me on Instagram, it's simply @SusanSly. I post a lot of very motivational things there. You can check that out. Anyway, with that, let's get into the good. So we're gonna start with some video marketing statistics. So regardless of the kind of business you're in, I hope you are using video. And video, just like, whether it's a Facebook Live, whether it's YouTube, whether it's just taking videos with your phone, all of those things, you can't get enough video. The first thing I want to say to you, a lot of my clients and colleagues, they'll be like, Susan, I'm not video ready. I am doing a challenge group right now, a 21-day challenge where I meet with them for coffee every morning with no freaking makeup. And I'm like, look, if you're going to judge me for how I look, then that's your problem, not mine. Get comfortable with creating video content because video content is much more digested and converts much higher than any other form of content currently. And so let's get into some statistics. So if you're using landing pages, so whether you're using ClickFunnels or Keep, if you don't have those and you want them, just go to agency8.com. We can hook you up with those. That will increase your landing page conversion by 80%. And so if you're not familiar with landing page conversion, what that means is that someone comes to your landing page and they convert to either a sale or they convert to a lead. So 80% increase just by putting a video up there. Seriously, that's pretty good, right? Number 2, brands that use video marketing will grow their revenue 49% faster. 49%. So if you look at any of the influencers on Instagram, or if you look at influencers here on Facebook, and someone said to me, they're like, Instagram is the future. I'm like, no, Instagram is like several years ago, but the early adopters are doing well, but there are a lot of people who are hustling and grinding more on Instagram. that are getting some great results, and brands are on Instagram and things like that. Everyone like Lululemon, you name it. But TikTok is one of the newer platforms, and I'll tell you something, on TikTok, the majority of people, early adopters to TikTok, are kids who are under 16 years old. And for a lot of them, they have not been given any online advertising yet. This is their first place they're actually getting advertising. So I would just say that if you're doing a lot of video marketing, platforms like TikTok are the future. Instagram is owned by this company. And so, again, my message always, hustlers, is you gotta be on all the platforms. What you do on those platforms, you might do on different things. Gary Vee, I did a speaking event with him years ago. He says the same thing. He's all about TikTok. I think he's an investor in TikTok, but he's, you've got to be on all the platforms, guys. You got to be everywhere. And it's a hustle, right? To get your message out and to be everywhere. But again, video, can't emphasize that enough. And so the majority of videos that are consumed on Facebook are actually consumed without audio. So make sure, if you are deploying video content on Facebook or on LinkedIn or wherever it is, you can run it through a program called rev.com. I am not an affiliate with that. You can get it closed captioned. Even your videos you upload to Facebook, they will close caption it. YouTube Creator will close caption it, but as much as possible. Another great app that's super inexpensive is called Kaping. And it's Kawping. So if your videos are short, I put a video up in Kaping, and I just did the closed captioning myself because it was super short. You can do stuff like that too. It's awesome. Square shaped videos get 275% more views, 482% more shares, and 523% more comments, and 349% more reaction than any other sizes. Is that awesome? So you do want to put your Pronto is another good one too. You do want to put your videos in a square format. Now Instagram, it has to be a ratio. It's 16:9 or 9:16. Those are the ones. I love Facebook Live. I love it. I love it. I am going to be here for a while. Why? Facebook has taken the friction out of any of us having our own shows. So I've had Bulletproof Monday consistently well over a year. I can click a button off my laptop. I don't just have to be on my phone, connectivity issues, whatever. Boom, I'm off to the races, right? And so Facebook, what you're going to see is a lot more branded content. In fact, Saturday, I clicked on a link and I was watching an Ironman triathlon on Facebook. So Facebook's got a lot of custom content happening. You're going to see Facebook, and love you guys at Facebook. You're going to see Facebook wanting to compete with platforms like Netflix and other platforms. So you're going to see a lot more custom content here. So if people are like, well, Facebook is dead. No, they're not dead. And Instagram just started their live feature, but it's still not as frictionless as coming in off your laptop. And for those of you who want the right lighting, you want a whole bunch of things, this is a great place to create branded content. All right. Viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video, compared to 10% when they read it. I'll say that again. Viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video, compared to 10% of when they read it. All right, next, according to Forbes, 90% of customers, and I was just with Steve Forbes. He's a lovely man, I have to say, 2 weeks ago. According to Forbes, 90% of customers say video helps them make buying decisions, and 64% of customers say seeing a video makes them more likely to buy. And I don't care what kind of business you're in. Maybe you're in network marketing and you're like, oh, just in my little group, I'm just gonna post a photo. No, video. If your company launches a new product, let's say, I don't know, let's say it's a candle. I'm not with a candle company, so I just literally pulled this off my desk. Let's say it's a candle. You need to do a video and like, oh, I'm smelling this candle for the first time. It smells so amazing. Show people, show them the label on the new product. Talk about why you're excited. All of those things. People are digesting that content at a rapid rate. I want to go through 4 quick things. And if you're new to Bulletproof Monday, or if someone is sharing this with you, It's a nice, lovely notion that I'm going to do a show that's going to be 3 minutes and teach you everything about digital marketing, social media marketing, content creation in 3 minutes. It's not happening. So for those of you who always stick it out to the end, these shows are usually in the 20-minute mark, but I'm going to go through part B of this. And the reason I'm going to mention this is because some of you are like, okay, great, Susan, you've sold us. We need to do more video. We need to put out video content. I get it. I get it. What do we need to be doing in the videos? So I'm going to continue this conversation with you next week, but I want to give you 4 more things to consider when you're creating video content. So as human beings, we have 4 key hormones, and we will chase these hormones. People will do so many things to get these hormones accelerated in their body. They'll do, ultra marathons. They will get drunk. They'll do all sorts of things just to feel these hormones, and they're called the dose hormones. The D stands for dopamine, the O stands for oxytocin, the S stands for serotonin, the E stands for endorphins. And so when I'm teaching for a crowd riff this Friday in Toronto, if you didn't catch that, I'm keynoting at a marketing conference, that I'm going to be talking about this, because I can't just be like, oh, Ralph, Sue, create videos. It's about how your videos make people feel. So let's go through this really quickly. The first one is D, dopamine. This is the hormone of achievement. And if you notice, every time I start BPM, I always say, you're awesome just for being here, because I want you to feel like you've achieved something, and you totally have, just by showing up for my weekly show. I would do this show if no one showed up. Now, I know my dad shows up every week. Hi, Daddy. But if only Dad was showing up, I would still do the show. But I want everyone who comes to feel like I'm an achiever just for being here with BPM. Okay, that's the first thing. So your videos, acknowledging people, hey, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for stopping by. You're awesome because you want to know this, right? Peloton. I have a Peloton. I'm not telling you my username because I don't want to race with you, but I have a Peloton, and I ride this thing like at least every second day. So when you're riding with one of the Peloton instructors, they do a really great job. They're like, yo, you're awesome for being here, because there are a lot of people out there who would not be on this bike right now, and you are amazing. What they're doing from the get-go is stimulating your dopamine. And one of the reasons social media is so addictive is because when we like something, when we comment on something, we feel like we've achieved something. And so people are on social media all the time. They're getting this dopamine hit, right? All the time. People who love to win awards, it's like dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. And so when you're looking at that in your videos, just acknowledging people for watching, acknowledging people for taking some kind of action, that's going to help them get more dopamine, and they're going to want to watch more of your content. Number 2, oxytocin. This is the hormone of intimacy and trust. So when mothers give birth, they create a lot of oxytocin, so that, God in the infinite wisdom there is like, yeah, if the mother creates oxytocin, they're going to feel this bond to the baby, right? And so I'm not saying it happens all the time, and in fact, some studies have illustrated that mothers who fail to bond with the babies, they just didn't secrete a lot of oxytocin. But how you help people feel that intimacy and trust are in a few ways. One is that just trusting you to be consistent, trusting you to deliver content, but also how you portray yourself. So even Gary Vee is like, come on, let's go. And he drops a lot of swearing and stuff like that. But he will also, go into a bit of a softer side of Gary, where you feel like what he's saying, you can trust it. Tony Robbins is the same way. I've done speaking events with Tony Robbins. I've been to many of his events. So Tony can be like, yeah, in your face, swearing, all of it. And then, he can have you crying. He's like, listen, I'm so tough on you because I love you. And I've got a very similar kind of personality. In the 21-day challenge I'm running, I was just hard with them, but I'm like, listen, I'm doing it because I really care about your success, and I want you to succeed. And you can see that. The other thing, just so you know, colors will elicit trust as well. Blue is a color of trust. So today I'm wearing this shirt. Just pay attention to all of this stuff. So how do you do that in your video content? You can say things like, listen, I love that you're here. Or, I know you don't know me yet, but I really want to help you succeed. And I believe in my heart that if you use my candle, you're just going to feel better. It's a great way to start your day, whatever it is you're going to say. Serotonin is the hormone of significance. Using people's names helps them feel significant. You could say something like, I was inspired to make this video because PJ had this question. And I just want to give PJ so many props, right? And celebrities will do this. Like, they will use people's names when they're engaging them on social media. They'll make videos just for a person. So you can follow their lead and do the same thing. Making people feel special elevates their serotonin. And that, again, is going to create more customers, more brand loyalty, all of those good things. The fourth one is endorphins. So endorphins come from thrill seekers, and endorphins are great when you challenge people. But if your audience aren't people who like to be challenged, like people who show up for Gary Vee know that he's going to be in their face and challenge them, you have to work into that gradient, right? Until you have that relationship. If you have a product that really is something that, is great for thrill seekers and stuff like that, then all of your videos should be about that. And to put a beautiful icing on the cake, no company has done this better than Walt Disney. So if you look at Walt Disney and their branding, happiest place on earth, what hormone is that? It's oxytocin. It's that beautiful trust. The family of the day, that's, significance. It's the dopamine. They've got the rides. But Walt Disney understands not all of their marketing should just be roller coaster rides, right? At California Adventure Park, they have to have the older couple and she's wearing the mouse ears. They have to have the families or the little girl getting made up for a princess for the day. Walt Disney understands that all of their marketing, all of their movies have to elicit the stimulus that's going to create all of these four hormones. And so my closing message to you, hustlers, entrepreneurs, people who really and truly believe in this entrepreneurial life and want to create their own freedom, is this week, as you go out there to create your content, and I want to see a lot of video content, tag me in it. Tag me and say, Susan Sly challenged me to do this. You can do it on Twitter. You can do it on Instagram. You can do it on LinkedIn. You can do it on Facebook. Create some content. See if you can produce something that's a minute-long video that elicits the emotions. Let people know they can trust you. Let people know that you're someone who is going to make them feel special. Let people know that you're someone who's going to give them certainty around the value you offer. So I cannot wait to see your content. Tag me, do it. I want to see it all. And with that, if today has been helpful, please do post your takeaways. Again, I do read them all. If this has been helpful, please share it. I would love it. If you have suggestions for content, get on my list, susansly.com. All the emails that come from our subscribers, I read them. The stuff that just comes from the website, I don't necessarily read it, but the stuff that comes from subscribers, I read it because the subscribers are like my family. And I don't charge for the subscription. Just get on the list. You get lots of perks. It's awesome. So with that, let's go out there and really make a difference in people's lives this week. Let's add value to people. Let's uplift people. Let's go build our brands and build our businesses. And with that, I will be here next Monday. Now, it is in the United States, it's Veterans Day. And it's Remembrance Day in Canada. I will be doing BPM at a special time. You can always catch it in the replay. We're going to be going more into this whole concept of adding value. And I'm doing that because it is Veterans Day and Remembrance Day. And if you are someone who has served your country, I served my country in Canada. If you are someone who has served, I just want to thank you for that. I appreciate you so much for that, for laying your life on the line as law enforcement or in the military or in corrections, whatever it is you've done. And, with that, that's going to be our theme next week, is how do we add value to people with our marketing. So with that, God bless. Go out there and rock it. Stay tuned in this page. I will be traveling this week. You never know what you're going to see. It's going to be awesome. And with that, you are all amazing, and I will see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.